Hello students, welcome to chemistry online classes, Tunga Pure College, Jamkhandi. In previous video, we have seen first law of thermodynamics, mathematical form and everything about first law of thermodynamics. What happens in adiabatic process, what happens in isothermal process. Now student, let us finish first law of thermodynamics by solving some problems based on first law of thermodynamics. So today's topic will start with problems of yesterday's topic and then we'll start with next topic, that is on work done. Okay. So how questions are asked on first law of thermodynamics? Let us say problems. Okay. So question is, express the change in internal energy of the system when. You have to express change in internal energy. I hope that you remember first law of thermodynamics depends upon change in internal energy, which we have seen in previous video. Change in internal energy is indicated by delta U is equal to W plus Q. It is mathematical form for first law of thermodynamics. Yes, let us see the problems how to solve. So what we have to find out, students, common question is there and three conditions I have written on the board. Okay. So it is NCERT solved problem, but their steps won't be given. So you have to understand the things how. Question is, express the change in internal energy. Delta U you have to express. So let us see which conditions are given. First question is here. No heat is absorbed by the system. Okay. No heat is absorbed by the system. I hope you remember the symbol for heat, that is Q. So student, how to solve the questions here? According, we know that delta U is equal to Q plus W. This is according to first law of thermodynamics. Now it is given no heat is absorbed. Student see, no heat is absorbed. Therefore Q I am writing 0. Heat means Q. No heat is absorbed, so Q becomes 0. No heat is absorbed by the system. Next, from the surrounding. Okay. But work is done on the system. Work is done. See students, work is done. So I must write W. Okay. But work is done on the system. On. Yesterday's sign conventions I have told you that all sign convention properly write down. Always remember students sign conventions. For heat, plus or minus, how to write? If heat is absorbed, then it is positive. Absorbed by the system means what? Heat goes from surrounding to the system. System is absorbing heat. That time it should be positive. When heat is given out, released, that time heat is going from system to the surrounding. That time it should be negative. Science understood yesterday already written. Today we are revising. Heat absorbed positive, heat given out negative. Work. Work is done on the system positive. Work is done by the system negative. Now what is given here? Work is done on the system. So work must be positive. Science understand. So what can we write for express the change in internal energy? So delta U is equal to, I can write, actually formula is delta U is equal to Q plus W. Q is 0. Okay, and that's why answer is plus W. Understood answer? Q plus W. Q is 0. It is plus, so plus W is your answer. Next, what is attached question? What type of wall does the system have? I have told you there will be two types of walls. Yes, yesterday, at the last part of the video, we have discussed two types of walls will be there. If metal is there, thermally conducting walls will be there. If heat is going inside, heat is going outside also, then that type of walls are called as thermally conducting walls. And if no heat is absorbed, no heat is given out also, then that type of walls are called as adiabatic walls. Here what is given? No heat is absorbed by the system. Therefore, what type of walls? So I am writing adiabatic wall. What type of wall does system have? System have adiabatic wall. Okay, answer should be system have adiabatic wall because no heat is absorbed. Next question. Same based on first law of thermodynamics only. No work is done on the system. Okay, what can we write here? No work is done. Therefore, W is equal to, I am writing 0. But Q amount of heat is taken out from the system and given to the surrounding. Heat given out. Heat is given out. Therefore, Q I am writing minus Q. Correct? Because heat is taken out from the system and given to the surrounding. Heat is given out, then sign must be negative sign for the heat. Okay, so what can be delta U? Delta U again same. Q plus W. Okay, W is 0. I am writing Q plus W. This is according to first law. W is 0 and Q is minus Q. This should be your answer. Okay. Next. What type of wall does the system have? Of course, Q amount of heat is given out. Heat is getting conducted, so walls should be thermally conducting walls. Thermally conducting walls. What type of walls are there? Whether it is absorbed, it is given out. In both cases, one must be thermally conducting wall. Okay, let us move towards third condition. W amount of work is done by the system. See here. Now what I am writing? Work is done, but by the system. Work is done by the system. Okay. Work done on the system positive. By the system must be negative. By the system, so I am writing minus W. Q amount of heat is supplied to the system. Heat is supplied. Therefore, heat must be plus Q. So, delta U becomes W plus Q according to first law. In this case, it becomes Q minus W. Correct? Q minus W. Now, what type of system would it be? Now, wall is not asked. Students, here. What type of system question is asked? It is which type of system? Here, walls were asked. Now, system is asked. System can be of three types. Open system, closed system, isolated system. These are three types of systems which we have seen. Now, here given is heat is supplied to the system. Okay, so there is exchange of energy. So isolated system is not the option only, because what is isolated system? The system in which there is neither exchange of matter nor exchange of energy. And but here you can see that heat is supplied. So exchange of energy is there. So the answer can never be isolated system. So you have to think of open system and closed system only. Among that, they have given that W amount of work is done by the system. Work can be done by the system only if the system is closed. Okay. Work is done by the system only if it is closed, not when it is open. So type of system, I will write closed system. I hope you understood the explanation, students. Okay, isolated not possible because heat is supplied, and in open system work is not done by the system, and that's why answer must be closed system. Like this, problems will be asked based on first law of thermodynamics. Now student, let us start with today's topic, which is work done by the system. Let us see that topic. Yes students, let us start with the expression for work done. Students, in your syllabus there are two expressions for work done. Okay, so expression for work done are either for isothermal irreversible process or for isothermal reversible process. So depending upon process, it can be for irreversible or it can be for reversible process. So students, how question is asked, look properly and then write the expression for work done. Now let us see the expression for first irreversible process which do not take place reverse or backward is not there. The type of process is called as irreversible process. We have seen in first video only the difference between reversible and irreversible processes. Okay, so how to understand expression for work done? Let us do an experiment. First only understand how experiment is done. One cylinder is taken. Here I have drawn one cylinder which is fitted with a frictionless piston. Imagine cylinder, to that one piston is there. It is such a piston which is moving very smoothly, no friction is there. So I am saying that take a cylinder which is fitted with a frictionless piston. Friction should not be there, smoothly movement should be there, and inside, imagine that here inside the cylinder there is ideal gas of 1 mole. Okay, so let us understand the things correctly. So here you can see one cylinder. Cylinder is fitted with a frictionless piston. This is piston. Okay, inside this cylinder there is pressure. We call this pressure as P, and volume initial I will say as VI. VI is the initial volume. Then what we'll do? We'll apply external pressure and then this piston will move inside till this length. Okay, I have shown here length. This much length it will move. Okay, so pressure should be applied from external on the piston. Cylinder, piston is there, apply external pressure. Of course, for the movement of piston inside, you also know that external pressure should be higher than internal pressure of the gas. So of course, P external is greater than P. Okay, we are applying external pressure so that piston should move inside. So P external must be greater than inside pressure of the gas. Then only piston will move inside. Okay, how much piston will move inside, students? Imagine that outside pressure is 80, inside pressure is something 50. Okay, so we'll start exerting pressure. 80 amount of pressure is there which is greater than inside pressure which is 50. Piston will move inside till both pressures becomes equal. Okay, till P external becomes equal to P internal, and when both pressures become equal, then piston stops moving inside. Is it? So pressure can go, a piston can move that much on inside only till both pressures becomes equal. So what experiment is done? Understood? What we are doing one work. What type of work? Which is carried out at constant temperature and irreversible process. Okay, so take a cylinder. What type of cylinder? In which ideal gas is filled, 1 mole. It is fitted with a frictionless piston. Apply external pressure. External pressure should be higher than internal pressure. Internal pressure of the gas I have shown by symbol only P. External pressure I have shown PEX. External initial volume is VI. Now we'll apply pressure. Piston moves inside. How much piston moves inside? Till P external becomes equal to P internal. Both pressures should become equal. That much piston will move inside. Piston is moving inside by a length of L and by a cross section area of A. Okay, how much piston is moving? By a length of L and by a cross section area of A. Okay, initially piston was here, piston moves this much. Okay, piston is moving inside by a length of L and by a cross section area of A. After this movement, imagine that final volume of the gas inside is Vf. Of course, you can observe very well that final volume is less than initial volume because we are compressing. Okay, is it compression? We are applying pressure, means compression of the gas is taking place. That's why final volume is less as compared to initial volume. Okay, how expression is written for work done? Let us see. Okay, now this work is done. Okay, I hope you understood. Piston moved through an area of cross section area A through a length of L. Initial volume Vi, final volume is Vf. Inside pressure is P, outside pressure is P external. Let us derive it. Put a star for this. Okay, previously also whatever problems I have written, that were also very important. That problems, heading write down problems based on first law of thermodynamics. Now let us write this derivation, which is also very important derivation. So here few things first I should mention. Consider a cylinder which contains 1 mole of an ideal gas fitted with a frictionless piston. Pressure of the gas inside. Symbols I am writing all. Pressure of the gas inside P. Initial volume of the gas Vi. External pressure applied. External pressure, whatever is applied, symbol is PEX. Okay, now we know that PEX is greater than P. Okay, as external pressure is more, piston moves inward. As PEX is greater than P, piston moves inward. How much piston moves inside? By a length of L and cross section area A. P external is greater, so piston moves inward. How much it moves inward? By a length of L and cross section area A. Till P external becomes equal to P. It will move inside till both pressures becomes equal. Then it stops its movement. Piston will move inside till initial inside pressure and outside pressure both becomes equal. When both becomes equal, it stops. So it stops here. Okay, after a length of L till P external becomes equal to P. Now, final volume of the gas inside will write as Vf. Okay, as it is compression, Vf is less than Vi as it is compression. Okay, now how much change in volume take place? Change in volume. Change in volume will show by delta V. change in volume delta V. I can write for change in volume as final minus initial. Is it? Change in volume, how to calculate? Delta V is equal to final volume minus initial volume. Is equal to, we can say, length into area. Okay, very important. Volume formula everybody knows. How much change in volume took place? Because piston moved through a length of L and through a cross section area of A. So change in volume we can write length into area. Now expression we have to find out for work done. I can write work done is equal to force into displacement. I hope you know this formula. Work done is equal to force into displacement. Okay. So W is equal to, I can write force, and how much displacement has taken? L. Displacement has taken L. Piston moves through a length of L. Okay. Next. But what we know about P external, force divided by area. We know that P external means what? Force applied per unit area is called as P external. So instead of, okay, therefore F means what can I write? F means I can write P external into area. Okay. So for F I will substitute the value. Therefore W is equal to, for F I am writing the value P external into area into L as it is. For F I substituted the value. Everybody knows the formula, pressure is equal to force divided by area. So for force I can write P external into area. Therefore W is equal to, I can write P external. Now what is A into L? See a student, A into L is nothing but change in volume. So I can write it is delta V. Okay. Or W is equal to, even I can write like P external delta V, instead I can write final minus initial also. Okay. But here, before writing final form, see here students, one more thing here, understand. So finally we got the expression for work done. What is the expression for work done? P into change in volume, P delta V. P external into delta V is our expression for work done. But for this expression, final touch I will give by writing a minus sign. So our final answer is work done in a isothermal and irreversible process is equal to minus P external into delta V, or work done is equal to minus P external Vf minus Vi. Is it okay? Now here student, understand why I wrote minus sign. Now understand, work done can never be negative. But if I will keep this much only, then what happens here? We derived that W is equal to P external into delta V. Delta V means what? Final minus initial. And we can understand very well that our final volume is less. Why final volume is less? Because compression is taking place. Final minus initial if we will do, less minus higher volume, then answer comes negative. So if we will keep like that only, this work done answer comes negative, and work done can never be negative. So we have to make it positive. It is never possible that work done is negative, and that's why to make this positive we will put minus sign. Of course you know that minus minus plus, that is negative into negative always positive. This delta V becomes negative. Negative negative becomes positive. So for compression always write minus sign. Okay. So why I wrote minus sign, students? Because in compression delta V is always negative. Okay, in compression this delta V is already negative. Negative into negative should become positive. For what? Work done should be positive. See students, work done should be positive only. But in compression, change in volume will be negative. And to make it positive, we are keeping minus sign. This you should do only for compression. Okay, not for expansion. So this is negative sign for compression. Work done is compression type of work. So here for compression is very important. Okay. Okay, I hope you know the difference between compression and expansion also. In compression, volume becomes less. In expansion, less volume becomes more. Okay, so let us write down the things properly. Let us go for next derivation for work done, but that is for isothermal and reversible. Okay, I hope that you understood this. Let us move for reversible. Yes, friends, let us start with work done at isothermal and reversible process. I told you that two types of derivations are there. So, see the question properly. Which type of derivation is asked? Whether it is isothermal reversible or isothermal irreversible. Irreversible is over. Let us move towards work done expression for isothermal reversible process. For reversible process, for work done we will write W reversible. Okay, for reversible process. Now for reversible process, same formula I have written. We will do integration of that. Just now we have derived this formula that W is equal to minus P external delta V. This is what we derived just now. So work done expression is minus P external delta V. What is range of volume here? dV means change in volume. What is range of volume? Initial volume up to final volume. Okay. So let us move next. Student here P external. Students first understand P external and P internal means what? External pressure. Whatever is applied from outside, that is called as P external. And P internal means inside gas will be having what pressure? That is P internal. Okay. Now external pressure will be more than compression takes place. Okay. So always remember that for compression, okay, somewhere upside in blank write down for your information. For compression, always what you guys want, when compression will take place, external pressure should be higher. So P external is greater than P internal. And but for expansion of gas, always gas should expand. Means what should happen? Inside pressure should be more than outside pressure. So P internal should be greater than P external. Okay. This one thing always remember. Okay. Not related to this, but commonly you should be knowing this. For compression, outside pressure should be high. For expansion, inside pressure should be high. Then only expansion can take place. Now start whenever. So there is always difference in pressure. In compression, now our syllabus example given is that cylinders example, whatever we have seen now, that is example for compression. So we are going to discuss only compression. So in compression always we will see that P external is greater than P internal. Then how much compression will take place till both the pressures becomes equal. There will be change in pressure, that is called as dP. So what is dP? Change in pressure. How much change? Initial pressure or external pressure is 80, inside pressure is 50. Both should become equal. Change 30. That much change will take place. That is called as dP. Change in pressure. Till both pressure becomes equal, that piston will move inside. Okay. So change in pressure here we are going to consider as dP. So for P external, students, I can write that P external can also be written as P internal. Either it will be plus or minus dP. Okay. Some pressure will be external pressure can be sometime little more or it can be little less. Okay. For both type of compression and expansion, external pressure you can consider sometime it will be more in case of compression, or it can be less in case of expansion. So for P external we can write it can be either greater or less by a difference of dP than internal. Let us substitute this here. So what I am writing, students, minus range is initial up to final. P external I am writing P internal plus or minus change in pressure dV. dV as it is I wrote. P external I substituted like this. Now I came to know that, but this is change in pressure and this is change in volume. So dP into dV is small. Why it is small? Because both are indicating a change in pressure and change in volume. Change will be less as compared to initial volume or final volume. Change will be less. So dP into dV. dP into dV is small, therefore will not consider. Will not consider that. So what is left, students? See. So W reversible is equal to minus initial, final. This is removed. So left is P internal, okay, into dV. Okay, P internal into dV is left. Now for P internal what can I write, student? But we know that according to ideal gas equation, we know PV is equal to nRT, and therefore P means nRT by V. PV is equal to nRT, so pressure is equal to nRT divided by V. Let us substitute here. Yes, what I will write, students, here W reversible is equal to minus P, instead of P I will write nRT by V. So I will write nRT divided by V, I will write below dV, dV by V. Is it same only? Instead of P I wrote nRT by V. dV is already there. Now minus W reversible minus constant take outside nRT why it is constant? Number of moles we have taken 1 mole of ideal gas, so it is constant. R is universal gas constant. T is constant because it is which type of process? Isothermal process, meaning its temperature is constant. So the constants take outside dV by V, and integration of dV by V, let us write it is ln integration of dV by V. Integration lesson whenever will be taught to you, you will understand this. Rule tells that integration of dV by V comes ln Vf by Vi. What is ln, student? There are two types of logarithms, okay. ln means natural logarithm. ln is to the base e, that is natural logarithm, and log, that is log. This is log to the base 10. This is log to the base e. Okay, this difference you should be knowing. I am writing ln. What is meaning of ln? ln means natural logarithm. Natural logarithm is always to the base e, and log when we write, that is log to the base 10. What is relation between log e and log 10? Log 10 we can calculate. Log table will be given to you. In that you can search the value. That is log 10. And relationship is log ln is equal to 2.303 log. Relationship is ln is equal to 2.303 log. So let us substitute here. So finally we got w is equal to minus, instead of ln I will write 2.303 log. Log of. So this is our final expression for work done for reversible process, isothermal reversible process. Students, I hope you understood the things very well. ln instead I wrote 2.303 and ln is replaced by log. What is difference between ln and log? ln is to the base e and log is to the base 10. We can, why to convert ln into log? Because ln value we cannot find out. Okay, it is to the base e we can find out. LOG value we can find out and we can solve the problems. Okay, log table will be provided to you. In that values will be there. So we must convert wherever in derivation it comes ln, you must convert ln into log. What is conversion? ln is equal to 2.303 log. If same expression has to be written for pressure, how can you write, students? Okay, let us write that. Reversible is equal to minus 2.303 nRT log of. For pressure, what can you say, students? Let us, it is related to states of matter lesson, student. Instead of volume, now I want to write for pressure. Pressure volume relationship is given by which law? I hope you remember that it is given by Boyle's law. Pressure is always inversely proportional to volume. Both are inversely proportional to each other, of course, at constant temperature, and that's why here it is the process isothermal. Isothermal means temperature is kept constant, and that time pressure and volume are always inversely proportional to each other according to Boyle's law. That's why inverse relation. So VF first, instead of that I can write pressure, but here pressure initial, here pressure final. Okay, why? Because V is inversely proportional to P at constant temperature according to Boyle's law. According to Boyle's law. Is it constant temperature? Yes, we are deriving work done for isothermal process that is at constant temperature. So write down the things properly. Okay, derivation as it is will be asked for 2 marks. Write the things properly. Start here one more thing. Topic, rather one thing is there that we will finish after this. Okay. Small topic is there. Sometime word will be used free expansion. Now we are going to see the problem. So before that you should be knowing what do you mean by free expansion. So what is meaning of expansion you know. But what is free expansion? When external pressure is 0, that time it is called as free expansion, because external pressure is not at all there. It happens in vacuum. Okay. So free expansion, points write down. Free expansion takes place in vacuum, or definition will be asked, then you should write that. What is free expansion? 1 mark question may be asked. So you can write expansion in vacuum is called as free expansion. Why? Because in vacuum P external is 0. External pressure will not be there in vacuum. No air will be there. That's why external pressure won't be there. That's why expansion in vacuum is called as free expansion. P external you should consider as 0, and always in free expansion work is not done. Work is not done. Students, write down these things again, very important, properly write down. Because problems will be asked, that time they will use one word, vacuum, or free expansion is taking place. Immediately you should understand that external pressure you should take 0, and of course work will never be done. Okay. So let us solve some problems based on these formulas.